Oh, wait, I think we might get that right now. There it is. Most likely to score 50 points. Tatum, Jimmy, Steph, and Luka. And don't just give me the most likely. Let's put it together as a list.
I think Tatum will be number 1 for me.
Okay.
So I feel like it's Jason Tatum.
So are we agreeing that Tatum's number 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would go Tatum number 1.
Then who's number 2?
Luka.
It's got to be Luka at number 2.
Yeah.
Luka cannot be lower than anything other than 2.
And I feel like Steph will be 3, Jimmy will be 4.
Mike, agree, disagree at that last 2 spots? I didn't see Jimmy put up some 40 pieces in the playoffs, man.
I've seen that too.
These mock trades. And then when we was breaking it down, though, it was like, damn, like, who is like the favorite out of the West? Is it the Lakers?
It's the Lakers.
I think it's the Lakers, bro.
Look, he was first. It's the Lakers. Championship. I don't even know, and I want people to not clip this and send it to me if the Warriors are champions. I don't even think the Warriors are going to be like that this year. I legit think it's the Lakers in a league of their own right at this moment. I mean, I guess Utah could be in there. I guess Phoenix can be in there. But I don't expect Klay Thompson to come back and be amazing. Same thing like Kawhi Leonard. I don't expect him to come through halfway through the season and be like, oh, shit, I'm Klay Thompson averaging 25 and playing elite level defense again. I don't trust, even though Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody are going to be solid players and definitely for the future, I don't know how much they impact winning at the moment. And I don't know what the hell is going on with James Wiseman and like his progression. So I think there's too many question marks with the Warriors for me to say that they are like in the upper echelon of contenders in the Western Conference right now.
It's going to be fun to see the West. The West is going to be very competitive, fun, exciting. And I think low-key, like, the Lakers are, like, the team that are, like, if they're fully healthy, I don't see many teams out West, like, fucking with them on that level.
No, yeah, that's why I think that.
Only because they're the only team fully healthy.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Let's go to the Lakers while we're here. Through free agency, they signed Trevor Ariza, Dwight Howard, Wayne Ellington, Kim Bazemore, Kendrick Nunn, Carmelo Anthony, Malik Monk, and Tyler Horton-Tucker is back. They traded for Russell Westbrook, lost Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Alex Caruso, Markieff Morris. Basically, y'all have a whole new locker room other than the big three of AD, LeBron, and Tyler Horton-Tucker.
Bro, but every damn night should be a damn movie at the Staples Center when the Lakers is playing. I think the most underrated.
It should be. It should have been last year too.
It should have.
Y'all ass was Huff last year.
As hell.
He was also a little hurt, man. Don't forget that. Trevor Ariza got me excited too, bro. Trevor Ariza
he
just
should
like
bring back the number 3. No, AD got it. Fuck.
He's just like a class act, bro. They really wanted to go out and get that Russell Westbrook shit done. Because they seen how bad they needed another playmaker next to LeBron James, and Dennis Schroeder was not it.
A blessing that he didn't sign that contract for
Yeah,
y'all.
because y'all was able to sprinkle that money around
sure.
like what? Let me see you sprinkle it again.
What y'all grading the Lakers off season?
A.
I'm giving it an A as well.
Yeah, I'll give it an A.
Giving it an A.
That's why I was telling people. If it did happen, come on, bro.
I got a question. I keep seeing this on Twitter. Are y'all taking Jimmy over Paul George in a playoff series if you had to put one of them on your team?
In a playoff series, yes.
No, I'm not personally.
I think so. I would take him over him in a playoff series 100%.
I don't know the way Paul George been playing in them playoffs, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to say that, but Paul
Even
George,
outside of that,
he also has a stretch where he was immaculate in the playoffs against LeBron James.
That was a while ago, though. It's been. I mean, he's had a couple chances. He's had a couple chances to redeem himself, and he's kind of fell short.
Doc Rivers is a championship coach. That was a while ago. He's been on 2-3-1 leads since then. That don't disappear. I don't understand that logic in NBA. That's fine picking Jimmy Butler.
What's it say? I think the logic is that he's a different player now than he was then. I think that's what the logic is.
I still think he's a superb NBA player. I don't think he's below average. I think he's
nobody here would say that.
Hell no, nobody says that.
I don't think it's a. Yeah, and then nothing wrong with taking Jimmy Butler, but the whole idea that Paul George is just you just no discussion is wild to me.
No, this discussion.
I just don't believe in we don't erase. Yeah, shit has been a while, but that don't erase off your resume. Even Marc Gasol, people were still bringing up his defensive player of the year, and that was way a while ago because it's still there. Doc Rivers is still a championship coach, even though it was a while ago.
I just took it as like, as of right now, who would you rather have in a playoff series? And that's easily Jimmy Butler for me.
Well, I mean, if you put anything as right, I mean, shit, you might take Kawhi if it's as of right now. Jimmy Butler is in the finals.
I would take Kawhi with Jimmy Butler.
LeBron out rebound him and out system. Nobody's ever done that. Jimmy Butler is a hot topic to pick right now.
I would, but even before this, I would have picked Jimmy Butler. I mean, I would pick Kawhi Leonard over Jimmy though.
He's on fire right now.
Say it again.
He's on fire right now.
He is.
Before the 40-point game,
Yeah.
he would have still picking Jimmy over Paul George.
I'm saying he's in the finals right now. So
I think it's also is he
But
like
you're saying
is this
before
our first
the
pick or if we put him alongside a co-star because I think that matters in the conversation too.
If you're saying that you're picking Jimmy Butler before this playoffs, that is wild.
Is it?
To me,
I don't think it's that wild.
I mean, have no
Jimmy Butler was an
MVP
all-star this season. He was the leader of that team.
what did you just say, Mike?
Paul George won't have no MVP season this year.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying. I thought you said if you pick Jimmy Butler
We're
over
talking
Paul
about
George.
playoffs. So if we say before this year's playoffs, then we're talking about past playoffs, Mike.
But
not this.
I wasn't even just thinking about playoffs. I just mean in like overall.
The question. I was just going off what the question was asked, guy. He said playoffs. I'm riding my boy PG. That is a very good question, though. Are they the face? Are they with a co-star?
Because if it's face, I'm like that makes it. I'm making the case for Jimmy Butler even more. But if it's a co-star, maybe I would pick Paul George. I don't know.
It depends on the co-star too. Because I replayed Jimmy Butler with Russell Westbrook. That's just tough for anybody. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Russ, but that's been shown to be a little tough.
What about y'all two? Derek, Mike, did y'all answer?
I don't know. I love Paul George, but I love Jimmy so much. I don't know, bro. I think I'm gonna go Jimmy. I'm gonna go Jimmy.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's pick one. It ain't really wrong. I mean, I know it's tough, but
Hypothetical, having fun.
I would take Jimmy Butler too. Just as
What about Clay? If you put Clay,
hey,
I think it matters the rest of the thing though. Is he number one? If he's number one, I'm probably taking Jimmy. But like as a secondary, I'm probably taking Klay Thompson.
There's no better two.
There's no better two than Klay, bro. Ain't no two out there that's gonna go get you 50.
I just can't wait for Paul. I can't wait for Paul George to come back. I can't wait because it's getting ridiculous out here.
It's been like three playoffs.
3 straight years.
Where he's kind of had subpar playoffs.
Yeah.
So that's
got outplayed by Joe Ingles. That was kind of the moment where you kind of just like,
oh dang.
Wait,
they are soft, man.
But even in that game,
I don't put on Paul George.
Paul George in that game had 70% from the field. Like I don't know how much more you want from him.
But the narrative.
All he had to do is step up.
So you have to step up. Yeah, that's
all he had to do is take one step. Man.
That's what I'm saying. It's these narratives. The narratives.
But then again, Paul George comes out and say that's a bad shot, and I can't get behind that. And that's one of the like he does this. He does a lot of this, and then it's just like, come on, bro. Like give Dame that.
I understand where he's coming from.
I do, but it's also Damian Lillard. If anybody else in the league taking that shot, it's probably a bad shot. But him, Steph Curry, Trae Young, that's a good shot for those players.
That was your 5?
That was your 5.
Who's your 4?
My number 4 is Donovan Mitchell. I think he's very similar in that same boat with C.J. McCollum. We've seen a little bit more from C.J. McCollum, especially with that last playoff run that he had against the Nuggets. But Donovan Mitchell, he's going to get that edge just because of that defense. And I think the way that his team is set up for this year and coming in, he's definitely in for a nice year with all the help that's around him, especially with Mike Conley. They're going to be partners in crime out there. And talk about defensive playmaking, ability to shoot the ball, leadership.
I think offensively, CJ just has him beat by like a wide stretch.
He's waiting.
Yeah.
I think CJ
what games are you watching?
That sounds like
CJ is much better than Donovan.
He's a way better shooter.
Whoa, wait, where are you getting this from? That he's by a wide stretch?
We
Not
can
a wide.
check everything because I have Donovan Mitchell already pulled up. No, all I gotta do is type in CJ.
A wide, that's
Like
your...
his ability to control the game.
What? Are we not watching the same player?
What?
Are we not watching the same player, Donovan Mitchell?
I know in the history of Through the Wire, I've had the most arguments with KW, but the last 2 episodes, I'm on his side. Like the Michael Jordan shit, I'm on his side. And
the Michael Jordan shit was crazy. Crazy.
But yeah,
This is crazy
I think
too.
it's crazy too. I think because you said by a wide
A
margin,
wide margin. Are you kidding me?
Maybe the wide margin was a bit of a stretch.
and he said yeah when you said that.
No, offensively, CJ McCollum is better than Donovan Mitchell, especially shooting the ball. I wouldn't say the wide stretch though.
Are we sure about that? I don't even know if that's even true.
CJ shot the 3 at 37%. Donovan Mitchell shot at 36. Donovan Mitchell shot 20 shots a game. CJ shot 18. CJ averaged 21. Donovan Mitchell averaged 24. And they both just 4 assists, right? Or CJ had 3.
CJ probably like three.
Three even.
3 and then 4 rebounds. So I mean,
yeah, dog. I don't know. That's something I can't agree with.
Me personally, I disagree. I like the way that Donovan Mitchell scores the ball more because he's explosive. He shoots the 3. He shoots the mid range. But I can see what y'all saying. CJ McCollum has a little bit more creativity with the bounce, but to say a wide, I don't know. I think they're kind of even at best. But to say the wide margin, that's kind of throwing me off.
I just feel like I've never
even statistically. I mean, I don't know how you can say.
What have you never seen?
It seems like CJ doesn't get eliminated out of games. It seems like when it comes to big time games, it seems like CJ is always.
Shit! Do you watch the Western Conference Finals?
That was against the Warriors.
Yeah. Only time Donovan Mitchell's eliminated is against the Rockets.
When he doesn't have a point guard. Both of those years, his point guard got hurt, and they forced him to have to be league guard.
Anytime the Jazz have played the Rockets, Rudy Gobert has been ineffectively defensively, and Donovan Mitchell has been clamped up. Against any other team, Donovan Mitchell brings it. But it's literally just the Rockets. And it just so happened that it's on the national stage because it's in the playoffs.
If CJ McCollum, your guy, talk your shit. You don't got to back down now.
I got him at number 3 for that specific reason. Just because I
What you mean?
You saying CJ's a better scorer?
I said he is a better scorer.
Just talk your shit. This is what it's about.
His ability to create his own shot is way better than Donovan Mitchell. Way better.
All of Donovan Mitchell's 24 points
CJ
per game and created by himself.
CJ McCollum's a better pick and roll player too.
I'll give you that one for sure.
Definitely
I'll give you that one for sure. But like, create for himself. I mean, great shot creators.
I mean, besides the finishing at the rim, what does Donovan Mitchell really have over CJ McCollum? What does he not really have?
If anything, there should be on the same plane.
That's what I said. That's what I said. The only thing I would
you said the wide margin.
The only thing I would give CJ over Donovan is really the space creating and his ability to shoot the ball. I mean, the statistics say that they shoot around the same.
Yeah.
But I know CJ McCollum is probably a way better shooter if you're just talking about in the gym shooting with Donovan Mitchell.
I agree with that.
1-on-1, who would win?
I don't know. Probably Donovan Mitchell.
I would take CJ.
I would take Donovan Mitchell.
And then CJ also has the luxury of where he has. I don't know. I guess we can look at his catch and shoot times. Donovan Mitchell don't really get the catch and shoot. He has to create his own.
That is true.
CJ can sit at the wing.
This year's going to be a little bit different.
This year will be different
with Mike Conley.
And if he doesn't, his assist should go up because he should be giving guys catch and shoot.
Yeah.
So that's why he needs to. But yeah, the wide margin.
What number are we on? Are we on 5 or 4?
We're on
4 because I haven't.
We're on 4, but before I give my next 4, we're gonna take our next break. So in the vein of that argument, my number 4 is Donovan.
If you're unstoppable against the rim, why would you ever start shooting?
Ben Simmons could be a 25 point per game scorer.
Yes, I do. Because I don't think anybody can really stay in front of him. And if he doesn't, I think he could be a dude that can damn near average a triple-double. Well, he already proved that because he averaged 8 and 8 last season as a rookie.
I could take a 18, 10 and 10 guy.
Do you think Ben Simmons can ever be a guy that we down by 2? Here you go, Ben. Make it happen. We're down by 3. Here you go, Ben. Game on the line. Because he hasn't been that so far. It's always been Joel, and now it's been
Jimmy Butler.
For the 3, I can understand he doesn't. I'm not going to have him take that shot.
They always run plays with Redick.
Because even with Giannis the other night, they had Eric Bledsoe take the big shot, the big 3, because they were down by 3, and Giannis is not that. So,
but the thing about Giannis and Ben Simmons is that Ben Simmons is a way better playmaker.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. He's gonna make the right decision.
Yep, and I'll live with that any day of the week. Mm-hmm. I'll take you make the right play. We're gonna live or die with that. That's why I'm a fan of LeBron James, and I never question LeBron James. Why did he shoot over 3 people?
Why did he pass it to Corbin instead of taking that shot himself?
Are you serious? He gave it to Kyle Korver open in a corner. I'm with that all the time. I'm taking it as much as I love Kobe, but Penny Hardaway is my favorite player of all time. I love making the right decision. I think Ben Simmons is going to offer that, and I love his defensive ability. And at 6'10" in the league, I know the 3 is becoming a thing, but also the thing that's taking over the NBA is versatility. Mm-hmm. Versatility and size. Guys being able to be 7-footers like.
But Luka also has that.
Yes.
He does.
6'8". He can play on and off.
He's like 6'6", 6'7".
Okay.
That's a lot smaller.
It is smaller than 6'10", but it's still big.
Especially if you're playing him at like a small forward shooting guard position. I don't know.
He can play 3 positions.
And he likes the defense too.
Right now he does. Yeah.
Are you ever going to play him at the point though?
Yeah, I can
You
see.
can.
Yeah, you can.
You can.
I mean, they do it sometimes when him and Dennis Smith Jr. aren't on the court together.
They,
Even when
they
JJ
do,
Barea
but
just playing off the ball.
Ben Simmons is your full-time
Yeah, that's
point
true.
guard.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, and buts. He's
But that's-
only a point guard.
Yeah, but that's the only thing he can really be.
Yeah.
He could be a power forward.
No, like I said, he's a good decision maker. So you could run him in a pick and roll, and he could still play make. Somebody's got to help.
They haven't done it. They literally
Because they
have the
don't need
worst-
to.
No,
They don't-
I just
yeah.
mean like you don't think they definitely thrive with a Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid pick and roll. They don't do that.
I thought you meant him playing a different
Oh no,
position.
I just meant like the pick and roll in general with Ben
Oh,
Simmons
right,
involved.
yeah.
That'd be killer, but they just haven't really done it.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
That's
they just
a
haven't
question
really
you got to
done
ask
it.
Brett Brown.
I'm very big on Luka. Obviously, I take him over Ben Simmons to start a franchise with. But if I'm trying to win tonight, I'd probably go with Ben Simmons. But the big caveat with Ben Simmons for me is like, what's the surrounding pieces?
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
like if I'm starting a franchise, you don't
I
necessarily.
think we have to ask the same question for Luka Doncic.
You're right, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna break it down real quick. If I'm starting a franchise, I'm not just gonna say, okay, I got Ben Simmons, but I want. Give me the third best shooter in the league. Give me the fifth best shooter in the league. Like we're starting a franchise. Think about it like a fantasy
I think
draft.
the starting lineup he has now actually fits him perfectly.
Right.
Like I think that's the perfect 5 for him to play with. With Redick, Jimmy, and
You're right.
Simmons, and then who's the other one? I forgot the other one.
Wilson Chandler.
Wilson Chandler. Yeah.
Who's actually having a great season shooting the ball. But the point I'm really just trying to make is that like I feel like a lot of Ben Simmons' dominance or success would definitely revolve around how many shooters you can get around him.
Right.
And though that can be said about almost any other player, there are some players in the league that they don't need 4 other shooters. And I
Right.
think Luka can be one of those people because
He can
he
shoot.
does it all, right? He can shoot himself. So I mean, I can understand why y'all going Ben Simmons because he's a great
Yeah,
player.
because I don't look at Luka Doncic and see killer.
You don't?
Like y'all saying 2 seconds left. He probably can once in a while, but a lot of players can once in a while. But he ain't no dude that's like, like when I'm building my team around him, that's the first thing I'm thinking about when I'm getting him. It's like
Right.
he's gonna be the dude at the game on the line. I don't think he might even not even be that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see that in him. I think he's a
already
dude.
done it a couple
I
times this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a couple times ain't shit to me. Like especially in these nothing ass games. And we talking about playoff basketball.
Well, you
They
can say
know
the same
you that
thing about Ben
dude,
Simmons.
and you're putting them on him, and that's what we locking him down
And
for.
Simmons disappeared in the playoffs last year against the Boston Celtics.
I don't think he disappeared. He had that one game with
Yeah, where he
1
didn't-
point, but
yeah.
disappearing. That's come on now.
Then we can take that off the table. Neither of these players, maybe they never have killer instincts, so take that off the table.
Okay.
And then I'm definitely taking Ben Simmons. Because your thing was 2
Yeah,
seconds
was
left.
that 2 seconds
Yeah,
left? Can
once you take that off the table for both of
But-
them,
He's still he's still a guy that I feel confident with taking a shot with 2 seconds.
We had this debate
3
also
seconds
about
left.
Kawhi and Giannis. Who would you rather take?
Right.
And I had said Kawhi because I would rather have him in late game situations because he's able to create
That's
his
more
own shot.
understandable because Kawhi, I can give Kawhi the ball with 2
Yeah.
seconds. I know he's gonna take that shot or he's gonna have that killer instinct.
but boy, Giannis,
Yeah.
who's staying in front of him? He
Nobody.
makes the defense collapse.
Yeah, I
Stay in
know.
there every time. And
Right. You have to.
And the right basketball player is going to come out of that every time. Because when you give a dude the ball with 2 seconds left and you tell him just go get me a bucket, I mean, the chances are against him. Yeah, he'll make some, but he's going to miss more than he makes.
Right, yeah, nobody's
Exactly.
over like 5.
So that's when
50%
you need the right basketball play. That's why I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of the right basketball play because asking the guy to always be able to go get you the bucket is time. It's going to
And
be
then
the
teams
numbers
can
are
game
different.
plan for that.
Yeah, exactly.
They know exactly who's taking that. Like when Portland, they know Lillard or McCollum's taking a shot. So they're going to leave Amino open. Let him beat us.
Yep. And if he does, man, tip your hat off to him, and we take our L out the door.
I just think it was a very good debate.
It was. It was because I can't say
I got another
y'all was
question
wrong.
for y'all.
And I like Luka Doncic. So shout out to the Mad fans. Please don't take this and be like, oh my God, they hate Luka.
Well, sorry to say that in Dallas, you won't be the face of the franchise, Porzingis. They got it. They got it in Luka.
So yeah.
So I don't know where he can go and be the face of the franchise and win a championship. It's okay to be the number 2 option.
At their best, if Porzingis is the best player he can be and the best player Luka can be.
I'm sure Luka's still going to be the face of the franchise because he was drafted there.
Oh, you mean in that sense?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And player-wise.
No.
The ball handler is usually going to be the face of the franchise. There's 2 stars. It's kind of the way it
I'm talking
works.
about who would be the better player.
At their peaks, I couldn't tell you what Luka's going to be like. I couldn't tell you what Porzingis is going to be like on his peak.
Why couldn't you?
We saw Porzingis like
we see
Be an
what
all-star.
type of player Luka is too. I know he can.
Both of them are
going to
be like all-star caliber players, but I don't know
I'm asking
who's
you
going to be better.
from what you've seen out of both of them. If they are the best,
I'm putting my stock in Luka more than in Porzingis
because it's an injury or just
because
as
of
the best
basketball.
player? Oh yeah, you wildin'.
I'm glad you brought the injury up too, just because like it's kind of iffy since he's 7'3". I don't know.
Injuries are gonna always plague him at least a little bit.
It's gonna be a little bit of play, and I'm not saying he's gonna go down with no,
Right.
Big time.
injuries.
But if I'm choosing
during-
a 6'6" guy who can do everything, and I'm taking a 7'3" guy who can face up, shoot threes, block shots,
defend,
give me that. Give me that all day. Give me that.
That's funny. Them twos ain't matching the threes from the other team.
In my defense of Zach LaVine, he had a major knee surgery over the offseason, and he just played 3 out of 3 games in 4 nights. I was legit thinking he wasn't gonna play yesterday because he played the back-to-back. He didn't look good. Don't get me wrong.
I just don't see a world where that duo really operates at a full like at their peak. Because DeRozan,
they were the 1 seed at the All-Star break last year, Derek.
But also
and both of them made the All-Star team.
At the same time, though, how much do you
They missing
trust
that guy.
Like in the
That guy that
in
might
the
be coming
playoffs,
back.
though? Like, do you think?
Oh well, the Bulls
I gotta see it to believe it.
aren't built to win a championship. You know this.
At that point, I feel like this duo has a ceiling of being like a 7 seed at most.
They were higher than that last year as a duo.
Yeah, but then they fail eventually because of
But
injuries.
they were higher than 7, is what I'm saying.
I don't
You
really-
said that was their ceiling. They beat the ceiling
so
already.
far
They beat the
though,
ceiling
already.
Best thing that has happened for the Bulls Nation in the last week is that Billy Donovan said, "Lonzo Ball, it's looking good. That's all we got." But it made me feel happy.
I got it, man.
Made me
As
feel
a Lonzo
happy.
Ball fan, I have to see it to believe it, man.
Made me feel happy, man.
But what is your point when you say that about them, though? I don't understand what you're saying.
I just feel like you can say that about 99% of the
because like
teams in
KB,
the
I
league.
agree with KB. But I don't look at the Bulls even when they brought him onto the
We
team.
was on this show when they were 1 seed, and I was saying we ain't about to do nothing in the playoffs, but it's fun.
It is fun to watch, but I just feel like that shouldn't be your ceiling of just being fun to watch.
What should their ceiling be, Derek? They can't just pull Kevin Durant out of their back pocket.
No,
and say
Maybe we
contenders.
can. Free KD. Free
And it's
KD.
just like DeRozan, you want to have the ball. Zach LaVine, you want to have the ball. So it's just like.
I would
and
argue,
also, but you don't.
I
want
would
DeRozan
argue that
off the
Zach
ball.
LaVine plays very well off the ball.
Yeah,
he did
I
it
think-
all last season.
Josh, what up, bro? So
I
what
think
you?
Zach takes on that like playmaking type role. Like he's looking to get people involved when DeMar's in his
But
bag
more
like
than that,
You're
I
watching
wanna
Zach LaVine after a major knee surgery like that. Like I think that has to be put into consideration.
But
as
even
well.
prior, he's speaking to prior to that though. Like, but I want to know what is your like? What's your problem? Kind of what I'm saying. Like, what do you
He's
want
not a
them
Bulls
to do?
fan.
I don't know.
There,
Something
His other
different.
team playing better, so he repping
Oh.
them this week.
No,
That's
no.
all.
No, I just feel like you could maybe in the future you blow this up. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you should.
Every
said
team
that.
is gonna get blown up.
I just don't feel like this is something.
are you
should
trying to say
rely
like when it comes to like playoff basketball, they're like a wolf with a sheep's or a sheep
Yeah.
with a wolf's mask on?
Yes.
So
But
type of
even
feel.
then,
we already
nobody
knew that,
looks
though.
at them.
Yeah, we already knew that.
They don't have a right. Exactly. They don't have a. The Suns are a team that had. What did you say? They are sheep with a wolf's mask. The Suns had a wolf mask because they won 65 games. The Bulls never. Nobody looked at the Bulls like, oh shit, they the 1 seed. Here come our
You was in
championship.
Chicago.
Number seven. No, nobody looked at the Bulls like that even when they were at the top of the East. So they don't even have no wolf fucking mask on. They're just, in my opinion, I'm also a fan of the team.
Yeah.
A fun, competent team to make the playoffs. And right now, that's their ceiling, and I think majority of people think that that's okay in the moment. Now, if we got this in 7 years, like I've been saying this for years now, there's value in being good for a fan base.
Mm-hmm.
There's value for us being competitive in every single game when you spend 6 years at the bottom of the lottery. Like right now, this is year 2 of competency. I'm not saying blow it up right now just because we can't win a championship.
Just had a team that was in the damn near the same boat for longer.
Yes, you've been a Trailblazer fan.
He
for,
wasn't saying blow it up when he found
He was
out.
actually
Dame got traded. I mean, CJ got traded. You came to the show and cried.
Yeah, get right into it. CJ McCollum is a Pelican.
CJ McCollum is a Pelican. Derek.
Now though, even now, if we keeping it all the way honest,
Yeah.
ain't that all what the Blazers is? They just a fun team right now. But you don't really think they have championship aspirations.
No.
Blow it up, according to you. Hey, you can't win a ring. Blow that shit up right now. Trade Dame. They might have the second best record of basketball, but they're not going to win a ring, so blow it up. That's a bad way to look at the game. When we Especially what we do. We would come here and literally talk about the Bucks every week because that's the team that look unfuckwittable right now.
No, it's one team that win a championship.
Right. Crying is crazy. Hey, you watched the pod. D Mills came on the show after the deadline with tears.
I was at some point saying trade name.
Well, I'm talking about right now.
No, not right now.
Why? Because they look good. If the Bulls were at the same record, you wouldn't be saying this right now, would you?
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't, bro.
I've said the dumbest shit that I've ever said in our careers of doing this has attachments to Ben Simmons. Without Ben Simmons, they not even in that fucking position. That's a fact.
Yep.
Bro,
If Ben Simmons had twisted his ankle right before the playoffs came and couldn't play, them motherfuckers are not even there, Mike.
Talent.
Yes.
MVP talent. There's no reason Ben Simmons can't do the shit that Giannis is doing. Ben Simmons is MVP candidate.
That's bold. That game last night's why I tweeted that poll. Who would you rather build around, Ben Simmons or Jordan B?
When he has
Ben.
the
I mean, you already know I'm going.
21, we have Ben Simmons.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah, you had him very, very high. Around 22 to 25 range.
Yeah, I think I had him around there too.
I had him 15th.
You can't look me in my face and tell me 100% reason why them motherfuckers lost was because of Ben Simmons.
I thought all y'all was gonna think it was him. Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, baby. I mean, the dude is just incredible. I mean, he's a future Hall of Fame point guard. He's a very good team. So the shit that everybody says he lacks, if he adds it, we looking at a player that's generational.
John Wall.
You know who in the Sixers backcourt, right?
Ben Simmons and Robert Covington.
JJ Redick.
JJ Redick.
Who from the Wizards backcourt is better than Ben Simmons?
What? John Wall.
Yeah. Go talk, yeah. Go talk, yeah. Go talk, my nigga. This go talk.
Go talk. Go talk. Go talk, my nigga. That's go talk.
Go talk. Go talk. Go talk, my nigga. Is go talk.
Go talk. Go talk. Go talk, my nigga. This go talk.